Hey you guys, how is everybody? Good morning, good afternoon. It's like super snowy up here in northern Michigan in a big snowstorm. And tomorrow I'm leaving to go to Vegas for a week. I'm super excited. It's gonna be my granddaughter's birthday. Um So I wanted to talk to you guys today about your life purpose. I feel like for me too, I was really lost on the subject, and so I wanted to coach some of you guys through it because I see it a lot in our community, your spiritual awakening community, um, because a lot of you guys are trying to find out who you really are, and so I wanted to talk to you guys about that today. I'm going to record this for the podcast too. So this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how you could create your purpose and stop looking for it. And I wanted to coach you guys through this process. So I would love you guys to engage either if you're watching live in your spiritual awakening community, or if you're listening to the Craving Consciousness podcast episode. Where do you feel stuck in this area, right? I saw that you had posted about your purpose, Julie, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to jump on here. A lot of times I get inspired to share some information from what I see either in our community being posted, and then it's a big engaging post, so a lot of you people are really connecting on that same thing, or it's something that we break through in a coaching scenario with some of my either one-on-one coaches or the coaching clients or the clients that I have in the Alignment Academy. So I love to share like some of these breakthroughs. So some of you guys don't know, hey, I'm Brandalene Johnson, right? I used to work in commercial real estate field for over 15 years as a marketing specialist and transaction coordinator. So I was behind that cubicle, just like a lot of you guys are, or behind, the register, whatever you guys are doing. And it came to me that it just didn't feel right at all. And I feel like a lot of you guys feel that way too. Like you're trying to find your career, you're trying to find the money, right? And you're trying to find a place that feels good when you receive your paycheck, right? But what happens is like we've been programmed to like follow this. And yesterday I did a training about disconnecting from your the tribal history, your tribal beliefs, so that you can step forward and create change. And so I feel like a lot of people are really trying to go through the motions of society, right? You're going through the motions, you're trying to get your paycheck, you're trying to pay your bills, and you're stuck in this kind of slavery. I mean, if you start thinking about it that way, if you're going to sacrifice your life for paying bills until you die, it's a really sad feeling, right? And probably how many of you guys are feeling that that's what you're doing right now? How many of you guys are feeling that you're paying bills until you die and you don't really have a purpose, right? So then a lot of people start looking for their purpose. Like, I really know I'm here for something and I can't figure it out. So let's talk about that. You really are here for something, and I'm going to help you figure it out right now today. So let's do this. All right. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is there's this huge misconception that we're supposed to find our purpose, right? In reality, if you could just think about this, you're supposed to create your purpose. You're not supposed to just follow the masses. Here's the other thing for you guys. I want you to think about your life right now. What are you going through the motions? Are you sitting behind a cubicle? Are you doing what your family did? Are you following the steps like they were an attorney, now you're an attorney, right? And then here's this question, and thank you for engaging, you guys. Here's this question I want to ask you. If you're going through the motions that you've been taught to, there's nothing wrong with you. You've been taught to go through these motions, and you can see an example of someone that has already taken these motions before you, your parents, your siblings maybe, right? Or somebody that you want to be like, right? I want you to look at their life 5 years ahead from yours, or 10 years ahead from yours. Do they have what you want? Are they who you want to become? Think about it. Are they who you want to become? So if I could ask myself that, if I was sitting behind that cubicle in commercial real estate and I could look forward 5 more years in my career and 10 more years in my career, would I be fulfilled? Would my life look like I wanted it to? And the answer is no. And if your answer is no, then this is a huge sign this time for you to make some change. Here's the thing. You need to create your purpose. Don't look for it, right? And so then you ask, okay, fine, I'm going to create it, but where do I start? This is why I'm a freaking amazing coach. I just have to tell myself, only because I've worked with and for Spirit for so long. Spirit's going to say the same thing, right? So, and Julie is engaging with me, and I really appreciate that, because she's thinking to herself, where would I be in 5 years or 10 years from now if I stay in the same path? And can you see an example of somebody like that? And she's saying yes. And she says, hell no. The example that she has to look at, they're miserable, right? Except when they're on vacation. And so they're sacrificing all their life just to live for those 2 weeks, right? Or a month, if you're lucky. So then you ask, how do I pinpoint my purpose, right? Number one, yes, you are here to help people. Number one, every single one of you is here to help people. I don't care if you're an artist, you're helping people. I don't care if you hand somebody coffee through the McDonald's thing. You are helping people, right? Through the drive-through. You're helping people. You are supposed to help people. However, if you don't feel fulfilled where you're at in your life, it's time to freaking change, right? What's going to happen if you stay the same? You're going to keep coming back around this thing. Right? And the universe will always trigger you, right? The minute you're getting ready to leave your corporate job, they will offer you a raise, and maybe some of your clients from your entrepreneurship will fall away. That's just the natural process. The universe is waiting on you, right? So ask yourself, I saw one of the posts on here saying, I kind of want to do this, or this, like but I just don't know. So here's some tips to help you figure it out. Number one, what is the darkest moment of your life? What is the darkest thing that you went through that you are so passionate you don't want somebody else to go through that darkness, right? Number two, I lost track of what I was saying. Number two, I lost track there. I was an amazing coach for a minute. I burnt out, right? So what was the darkest moment of your life? Number two, what is scary as hell, right? What is scary as hell? And what is it that you're so passionate about that you solve the problem for yourself, that you really want to help people? Because really, honestly, that is your part of your purpose. And it's always an older version of yourself, right? It's always an older version of yourself. So I was just coaching some of the people in the Alignment Academy about how to pinpoint, your spiritual coaching, right? So Linda's saying she went through like a period of like suicide, and she's obviously still here. And so maybe she wants to help people, break through this, right? I had so many pinpoints, and I apologize for getting a little bit distracted. So then Julie's saying she wants to help foster children. She doesn't care how much it pays. I want to give the unwanted a place to call theirs, right? So here's the thing I have to say about that too, is you need to realize that you could follow your dream and get paid. So like we have this belief, like, so Julie has a belief that, that helping foster children may not sustain her financially. And that, my friend, is a bullshit story. That, my friend, is a bullshit story. The universe will provide for you, right? So that's one of the things that she needs to clear up, right? Is knowing that she could follow her dream and still be financially supported. So those of you guys out there that want to become an artist, I mean, there's a saying, this is like a saying that's been handed down by society, right? There's different beliefs, right? There's beliefs that you have, there's beliefs that your community has, and there's a massive belief that like the universe has. And what is one of those beliefs? Artists are always starving artists, right? So how many artists are fearful to step forward into something that they really desire and dream, because they have this pre-designed belief that they're not going to be supported by the universe? And I'm here to tell you that it's a bunch of bullshit, right? Yeah, and so Lindsay's saying she wants to help people know that good things come from hard times, and hard times aren't meant to break us, but to teach us. And that's 100% what I'm talking about here, is those hard times are part of your purpose. Your darkest moment is part of your purpose. 5 years version of you is part of your purpose. And it's for you to step forward. Do you have to be an entrepreneur? No, not necessarily. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a dream and a laptop or a smartphone, and you're suffering behind a cubicle because you hate your job, then you have no excuse. You have no excuse. It's just an excuse, right? So it's about you creating your purpose and stop getting stuck into societal norms that you're supposed to go through these certain motions in order for you to receive what it is that you want. It's a bunch of baloney, right? Um, and then so Melissa's saying helping women deal with trauma and grief, and she just rented her space to start this dream. Freaking men, let's all support Melissa Catherine. She just rented her space to show she's showing up for the universe, right? So the other part, here's the other thing, is if you are uncomfortable or not happy with where you're at career-wise or purpose-wise, that's your soul. And you need to start listening to it. Stop listening to the logical side of your mind that says, if I go for my dreams, there will be pain. That's just another story. And that's why I'm a spiritual awakening coach, but it's freaking mindset. When it comes down to it, Spirit wants you to live the life of your dreams. Spirit wants you to change your damn mind and go for what feels good. If it doesn't feel good, you're not supposed to be doing it. Stop doing that and do what feels good. And it's all unlocking the things in your mind that's going to allow you to step forward in what it is that you wanted, right? And Melissa's been talking about it for 7 years, and the manifestation is happening. And we talk about quantum, right? It always existed. Her dream always existed. Spaces that she could do this dream in always existed. It was, it maybe took her 7 years, right? I'm yay for you. Like, I'm so happy. Same thing for some of the things for me. Like, I've been daydreaming about being a snowbird for probably 4 or 5 years, and I'm finally doing it. So I know how excited it feels, but it's that quantum shift. Something shifted within your identity, in order for you to actually do it, right? She had to go, oh my God, I'm doing it, right? And I also want to say part of your purpose, it's scary as shit. You guys know, right? Lindsay's saying, it scares me so bad, so I'm still here, I sit here. But, right, so the fear of failure is always going to be there. I literally just posted about how my business, after over 8 years of being an entrepreneur, I'm still scared shitless sometimes. But the difference between me and some people is I just do it. Because what is the alternative? Ask yourself, what's more painful? Staying the same and having that constant desire of feeling like you're not going towards what it is that you want, right? Or the moment of fear where you're like, fuck yeah, I'm doing it. And I would love if Melissa's still watching, right? The minute that you leased that space, I know it had to be scary as shit, and she may still be scary, but there was something that shifted within her the minute she rented that space, or the minute I left corporate America, or the minute I just pushed the go button on a coaching program and a coach. Yeah, I have coaches often, not always all the time, but I know that it's imperative for me to be able to create more of my purpose. So what do you have to do? You have to stop being scared of the money. Don't be scared of not having it, or it not coming, right? Or it not replenishing itself. These are all like bullshit stories, right? Melissa was saying it was so scary, but I know as soon as you did it, you're like, oh, something happens and you shift dynamic. And then all of a sudden, all these customers come. So just remember, Melissa, my advice to you, stay on your unicorn. Always do whatever it takes to feel good, right? Every day is day one. One of these days we feel amazing and we know we're going forward in our purpose. And the next day we're like, fuck, I need to get a job at McDonald's to support my dream. And sometimes maybe you do need to also have a side job to support your dream. Everything's okay, right? But every day is day one. So I hope this training helped you guys live in our group, your spiritual awakening community, and on our podcast, Craving Consciousness podcast, to help you realize that it's your job to create your purpose. What will it look like if you stayed on the same path, right? Where will you be in 5 or 10 years versus what would happen if you lit your soul up and started doing what it is that you absolutely want to do, right? So I'm sending you guys so much love. You guys, Coach Brendaline here. If you need somebody to help you get to that next level, I'm your girl, right? Yes, something inside Melissa gave her the push, and she did it, and she pushed the button. She signed the lease. I'm so excited for her. Like, sending freaking super positive vibes for this, right? So I can't wait to hear how it goes for you, Melissa. And I'm trying to stop this thing. Never can figure that shit out. Never can figure that shit out. So, you guys, I love you. I won't be here live for a few days because I'm traveling. My dream, right? My dream's my purpose because I stepped up, doing it, done. Light that shit up, Jessica. Love you, girl. Oh my God. Your life is on fire, literally. But we will be posting some really awesome content every day at noon, and I'll be in and out of the group as well. I just didn't want you guys sitting there waiting for me to show up live at noon because I won't for the next few days. So I'm sending you guys all love. I'll talk to you soon.